Welcome back. I'm Pocket What If. I'm the whatever in your pocket. 19 more, guys. 19 more, and I'll deliver the 30 sub special. A what if that will go alongside the Alex Mercer. It was in 1A. What if? Was in MHA. What if? Sorry. So, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you guys can watch more videos. So, let's begin, shall we? So, after Alex told everyone how he met Toga and Sue, after he told them all that, they went inside the USJ and all the villains came out. As Shigaraki, as I gotta say this once, Mike Wazowski. Sorry, gotta at least do it once. So after he made his announcements that the main show that was gonna be the death of All Might. Yeah, that scared a lot of people. Like, what kind of power does someone have to beat All Might? As Alex thinks, me. Like, he knows how strong he is. He's always constantly getting stronger every day or every meal he has. As he just goes. As no, change that. As Aizawa gets ready to fight. As Izuku protesting, you're a nighttime hero, and you mainly fight small groups of villains, and you rely on small spaces. This is a large space with a lot of people. Like, Zuku, when you're in the game as long as I have, you learn a few things. As Aizawa just heads down there. As he fights a couple villains, annoying Shigaraki as he just looks up. As he says, Kirigiri. He's like, yes, master. Separate them. As Kirigiri teleports up. And he introduces him as, I'm Kirigiri of the League of Villains. And you're going to die, and blah blah blah. As 13 tries to absorb all of his cloud, vapor, gas, whatever he's producing off of whatever pores he has, or however he's producing that gas, as it's just being absorbed into 13's black hole finger. As Kurigiri creates a portal behind her, which basically nearly kills her. Nearly. As then he separates everyone. As Alex is in the water area, sinking quite fast. Like, this is how I'm going to die. As a shark man villain is going to attack Alex, he just creates his muscle mass arms and he just raises it as the shark man just bites down and breaks his teeth. Like, what the? Like, first things, when you're fighting me, you never go head on. As he just grabs the villain's head and he just starts punching with the muscle mass, creating little shock waves into the water. As Izuku gets onto the boat, as Froppy's quite worried, like, where's Alex? Like, he's still in the water as they hear as the water just shakes and they hear more as they just look in the water. as Floppy jumps in, as Izuku just says, "Sue!" As she jumps in there, as Toga's like, with wet hair, is like, "Hey, Izuku." Like, "Toga, you're on here too?" Like, "Yeah, pretty much." As she's squeezing all the water out of her hair, like, they're gonna owe me a hair day. As where's Alex? He's in the water. As back to Alex, he's just fighting villains left and right. At this point, he's gone armor mode, and he's at the bottom of the water, the bottom of the lake, as he's just pummeling villains left and right. Come at me, bro! Come at me! As more villains come to try to take him, as one with basically, you know that thing called a sawfish? Basically, it almost has a nose that looks like a saw. Yeah, this Korg takes it to the max, as he has a nose that turns into like a chainsaw. Like, let's see if you handle this, as he just strikes to Alex's neck, as it just breaks all the blades. Like, my nose! Like, wait, was that important? As he just grabs the villain by the throat and just ground pounds him to the ground. As Sue's like, "Hello," it's like, "Hey, Sue." As more villains start coming, like, how many villains are here? As Sue just cocoons Alex around her tongue, as she just jumps, as she just swims out. As Alex is thinking, why is it so comfortable in here? Keep guessing. As they jump out, with Sue unwrapping Alex. Like, "Thanks, Sue." Like, "No problem." As Alex thinks, how is he gonna get everyone out of this? As he sees, as he transformed his left arm into his whip fist and just yeeted the arm all the way across until it hits land, as it just starts cranking back, pulling the boat towards. As they get to land, as all the villains try to get to the land and try to kill Sue, Toga, Izuku, and Alex, as Alex morphs his hands into his muscle mass forms, which, by the way, I'm sorry, they're one of my favorite weapons that I used. As he just cocks back his arms, as he just throws, as a giant shockwave of air pressure just he comes out, as it basically blows the ship away. Like, that's the power of my punches now. As they get outside, as they see Aizawa getting nearly pummeled, as he's bleeding out. His eyes are not damaged yet, but they're going to be. As Izuku says, "Aizawa!" As Aizawa for a split second turns away and gets clobbered. And he gets his body imprinted into the stairs. As Izuku he jumps out and punches the Nomu, which does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. As the Nomu basically just bitch slaps Izuku away. As Alex says, "Izuku!" As he morphs his arms again he morphs him into the hammer fist. As he's just running out, and he jumps and says, "Hey, ugly!" As he punches the Nomu, which moves a bit more. As Shigaraki says, "More annoyances. Nomu, kill the brat!" As the Nomu tries to kill Alex, as Alex just punches it as it punches him, as it becomes a slugfest of very powerful punches. glass is breaking, the ground is cracking as Shigaraki says, "Fool, you ain't gonna kill no Nomu. It has regeneration and shock absorption." Like, as he says, "You say what now?" As he just gets a bright smile. So, it's been a while since I had a true meal. Maybe it's finally time I start eating again. As, you're not alive, so time to eat. As he jumps onto the thing, as he morphs his hands into this claws, and he starts stabbing into the Nomu, as he's gradually absorbing the creature, as little red and black veins are covering the monster. It's like, what are you doing to my Nomu? Having a meal. As he's absorbing the monster completely, as then the Nobu, within a couple of minutes, gets completely consumed. As the villains are just, oh my god, he ate a person, as they didn't know that this thing is, well, not a human. They just thought it's a very, a big thug, basically. So it's like, you just ate a man. Like, doesn't matter. As he just morphs his hand into a whip fist, and he just as he just whips every villain. As All Might busts down the door. What's the time on this? Oh, this is good. As he busts down the door, seeing the villains, is like, you. As they see All Might not smiling, it's like, for some reason, I am pissing myself. What's that smell? Piss. As they start running back, as he just jumps down, and he's going to, as he sees Shigaraki, as he sees him as the unique one, as All Might sees Shigaraki as the leader, as he goes for him, as Shigaraki says, "Kirigiri, get us out of here!" As they create a portal, as they jump out. As Ollie says, "Damn it! They got away!" As the other heroes start coming in. As building, they all capture it within a couple of minutes. Within like a couple of hours. Very short amount. They capture all the villains. And as All Might checks up on Izuku, as All Might still has like a good amount of time. As All Might goes to Alex, is like, "You killed a man." Like, "No, I didn't." Then what was it? Was not human. It was mindless, heartless, and basically it couldn't speak. It was basically an animal. So, like any other animal, you kill it. And that's what I did, All Might. As he just looks at All Might and he just walks away. As All Might is getting more suspicious as they get Aizawa out of there. As Toshinori is actually sitting down, is like, "Are you okay, old friend?" "I'm fine, Toshi." "So what happened?" "Well, after the USJ, Alex, I guess he might have saw villains or something, but before they came." As this somewhat confirms inside Toshinori's or All Might's head, as Alex is a traitor or something, but he doesn't have the evidence to prove it because, well, the records say that Alex does have some kind of sensing ability when it comes to people's heat, but he just as he just thinks, this is All For One's doing, 100%. There's no way someone this powerful isn't connected to All For One. It's gonna be fun. As all the students are recruited into their class, As they say, 1 week. There's going to be a couple weeks before. There's going to be 1 week before the annual sports festival. As all of them is like sports festival, as it's basically quite well known. It's like you'll be showing your talents and your gifts to the population, even though it's as popular as the Olympics, maybe even more so. It generates more revenue for the government and the school than any other project. As you'll be showing off your skills, abilities, and everything you know what we have taught you. And you'll be picked from heroes to join their agency, to know how to fight and know how to be better. As Alex and all of them get excited. As all of them are like, we gotta prepare. As in the conference room, Nezzer says there might be a traitor in UA. As all I says, I think it might be the one known as Alex Mercer. As everyone's like, what do you mean? Alex Mercer, someone knew that the villains were coming. Well, he does have a heat sensing ability, so he might sense them by that way. Yeah, but it was quick. And he apparently beat them easy. Maybe they let him win. And apparently absorbed the abilities of the monster. And apparently what we got, it was as strong as I. It had regeneration and shock absorption. A near perfect weapon to kill me. But instead he absorbed it, and it appears that he has gained its powers. Maybe it might be a way to kill him from the inside. As he's being very, very, what's the word again? Being very mistrusting young Mercer. I mean, he has done nothing wrong. Why don't you guys see it? Well, actually, I kind of see it, says Snipe. He's very powerful, strong even. He almost beat all my score. Heck, he matched it. He was very deadly in his work. I mean, he's very skilled, very powerful. He aced the theoretical. Well, he got a B, yeah, but all the answers he got incorrect were some of the easiest ones to do. Either he was dull in some areas, or he purposely either he purposefully made those incorrect. I mean, everything when it comes to the genetics department, he was succeeding. As they all start thinking, maybe he's a lot smarter, but maybe. As they put him under suspicion of being the traitor, namely nearly the head of it. But they don't really got hard evidence to prove it. As they start getting ready for the sports festival. As Alex is like, okay, see you guys. He's like, where are you going? I'm gonna train myself. Like, why not? Come on, Alex. Toga. We got to train on our own. I mean, we can't show all of our skills at once. I mean, in every sports festival, there's always been a one-on-one competition. Every single time, so I might just discover a new skill of mine that I haven't really thought of. So, I mean, now I got all these new powers. Yeah, after eating a monster. Yeah, true, true. But I wonder what else I could get. But I'll see you guys in a. You know, Togasu, I'll see you guys in a couple days. How about that? Like, okay, as they both say, as Izuku and everyone goes and starts training. As Alex shows up at the park as he sees Sue. Sue and Toga is like, hey Alex, like, hey girls. What are you beautiful girls doing out here? As they all just like, oh Alex, you're so bad at this point. Yeah, I know. That's why you love me for it. Yeah. As they both kind of blush. I'm gonna keep you guys guessing until the end. As they both hang out, getting coffee and talking about how their days have been with Sue with their family. And she asks, "Hey Alex, maybe you should come over sometime." Like, what do you mean? Maybe you should come over and I mean, my dad would like to meet you. Like, as Alex is like, what? Your dad wants to meet me? Yeah, he's heard very much about you. Like, how could he? Sue, have you been bragging about me? I was like, no, I just mentioned you a couple times. Like, Sue, you're very bad at lying. You're terrible. You almost make my sister's lies seem believable. Like, fine, I mentioned you a lot. It doesn't matter. Sure, maybe one day. Sure, maybe someday. Okay. As no, that doesn't like okay, like whatever. As she hugs Alex, as they both walk away. As then it's time for the sports festival. As as Alex has been told to prepare a speech. You know, I'm going to end this part here. Have a nice day, nice life. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and let's get up to 30 subs. Okay, let's go, and goodbye.